The following program is sponsored by the Medicine Center Pharmacies.
Good morning and welcome to Health Matters with the Medicine Center Pharmacy. I'm your pharmacist, Paul White. We are a local Health Mart pharmacy. We're glad you joined us. Before we begin, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Mercy Medical Center, Studio Arts and Glass, Kempthorne Motors, and of course our technical producer is in the studio today, J.D. DeAngelis. This morning in the studio with me is Brad White, a compounding pharmacist, and joining us from Mercy Medical Center Weight Management is Serene Zawari Krusana. Am I close?
Close enough.
I've got to be very close. You may have to help me later on through the program. Okay. Registered dietitian, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Summer is here, and looking for your best is usually top of mind for vacationers, sunbathers, and pretty much anyone who wants to show more skin. But as we all know, putting on the pounds is a lot easier than taking them off. So today we're going to hear about some healthy eating alternatives and get some advice on losing some of those unwanted pounds. We'll also talk about weight management resources at Mercy Medical Center. We'd like to remind our listeners today that our program is also available on our podcast, which can be downloaded from the App Store on your mobile phone. You can look for Health Matters with the Medicine Center Pharmacy, and you can take any one of our programs anywhere with you at any time. If you have questions during the day-to-day, we invite you to post them up on Facebook, or you can give us a call here at the radio station at 330-450-1480.
So, Serene, please tell our listeners a little about yourself and your role at Mercy Medical Center.
Well, I'm the dietitian and program coordinator in the weight management department at Mercy. So I do nutrition counseling, and then I also do the OptiFast program, which is a medically monitored weight loss program where we offer meal replacements to assist people in losing anywhere from 10 to 50 plus pounds. Wow. So got a lot of responsibility there, but it's definitely a fun program to do.
So I'm hiding a donut behind us, okay? I shouldn't be eating that? Or
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
No.
Okay, well, I thought maybe I'd hear something from you. Like, put that thing away. Okay. All right, so we are here today to talk about adult weight loss and weight management. How the pounds add on and how we get those pesky things off. The toughest thing in the world is getting the weight off, I think. Mm-hmm. And the temperatures are warm enough, families are outside more on the go. What tips do you have for eating healthy in the summer?
Eating light in the summer is a good tip because you're out, you're on the go. A lot of times if we eat heavy, we get tired, fatigued, all of that. So eating light, keeping fruits and vegetables on you handy. It's really convenient nowadays with all the products in the grocery store, just getting bagged carrots, leaving that in your fridge, cucumbers, things that you don't have to prepare. You can just grab and go. Fruit is a great snack to have as well.
Is it let's see, how do I put this? I feel when it gets very hot in really eating less. Is that a general consensus, or does
It is. In the wintertime, we want to kind of keep ourselves warm, and we don't really have much to do, so we tend to gravitate towards eating more food. In the summertime, we're so busy, we're on the go, we want to eat light, things like that.
Well, I worked outside this week for maybe 4 or 5 hours every day this week, and it's pretty warm, and I just didn't feel like eating any dinner, and I must have drank 4 gallons of water yesterday.
Yes.
But
you were very hydrated.
That sort of thing, so very interesting. So what about trying to lose weight during the summer? What are we going to do? Other than the diet and the I mean, we're not going to be out there running at 90 degrees. It's going to be 90 today, I think. So
just staying more active in the summertime. So if you have any kids, grandkids, taking them outside, taking them to the park, where you don't have to be there the hottest hours of the day, but maybe even in the evening time or early morning, but staying hydrated, especially this weekend as well.
So it is the summer months now, and we're going to have I was looking at the weather map, and we're going to have probably 7 or 8 days of really hot weather in a row. And so what do? We get up earlier, I guess, and play earlier outside?
Yeah, or wait till the evening time, because it's not so hot. You just don't want to be outside when it's excruciatingly hot, those main peak hours of the day, because then you have a higher chance of being dehydrated, especially with kids as well.
Do we need to change our breakfast menu now in this hotter weather? Is there any reason to do that?
You don't really have to change your breakfast menu. You just want some good healthy options for breakfast. Summertime, you have a lot more fruit available, And so all that is usually fresh, so it's nice to be able to incorporate that. Even making
Sure.
some smoothies is a good way to get in some good nutrients in the morning.
Yeah. So, how about some light snacks? What do you recommend that aren't high in sugar and all that other bad stuff?
Again, those vegetables that you can get at the store that are so convenient, carrots, those baby carrots that come in bags, it's a great way to not have to prepare things, but still get really healthy items. Cucumbers, celery, anything like that. A lot of those stores now are cutting them up for you and preparing them. Those fruits, even things like string cheese. Like if you get a low-fat string cheese, typically that's the mozzarella you buy in the store. All those are really good, convenient, easy snacks that typically adults and children will eat.
Okay.
What about, I'm thinking about busy people trying to manage a healthier lunch and go to work every day and still run the kids around after school. Any tips for if you have to, if you're unable to do some meal prep at home, what's a good way to try to look for healthier menu items as you're out, maybe picking foods from a restaurant?
You want to gravitate towards grilled proteins rather than fried or things like that, just because breaded is going to have a lot more calories, carbs, it's going to be more heavy on you. So grilled is going to be ideal. Getting a salad as well and holding the dressing, put it on the side, because typically you're going to put less dressing if you're pouring it yourself than at a restaurant, probably.
You know, it's as much has been said about this, like the fast food restaurants are prepared for more nutritional meals, and you know, I really don't think we've made much progress in that area. I mean, I can't think of.
It's tough, but some places are now offering those grilled options. So if you have a choice between a grilled sandwich or a fried sandwich, you're going to typically save yourself calories, carbs, fat, especially.
A couple hundred calories.
Yeah,
easily. Yeah.
Yeah, but nowadays it's nice because if you go to the grocery store and you look around, they even have things more prepared for you. So you can get grilled chicken in a bag, and you can buy it in the frozen section or in the refrigerated section. And it's just these little strips, or you can get the tenders themselves. They're already fully cooked, so all you have to do is heat them up, and that's great protein for your dinner. Just get a bag of steamable vegetables to add to the side of it. Nowadays they even have bags of steamable rice. So things like that just make it more convenient if you know that, oh, my kids have soccer games or my kids are playing softball and I'm not going to have time to make dinner. Well, grab those convenient things at the grocery store that are going to be healthy. Keep them in your freezer, keep them in your fridge, so that way when you have those days where you're in a pinch, it's going to be a healthy option.
Okay, we've talked about some changing nutritional needs in summer versus winter. Anything else you want to add to highlight any other details that are important?
In the summertime, you're more active, so typically you'll see people lose a little bit more weight in the summertime. So staying active, if that's your goal, is going to be really helpful. You need to burn an extra 500 calories a day, just to give you an idea, over 7 days, so over a whole week, in order to lose a pound, because that totals up 3,500 calories, which is equivalent to a pound. So if that is your goal in the summertime, which typically it is because people have more time, their kids are home, they're running after them a little bit more, it's a great tip to do. And so you don't have to cut back 500 calories from food only. You can also incorporate some exercise in there. So if you burn, let's say, 250 calories going on a walk and then cut back 250 calories with your food, that'll help promote weight loss as well.
We had a colleague from Mercy Medical on a week or two ago, and she said, you can't outrun your diet. And I thought it was an interesting analogy because she was a runner, but she's like, it doesn't matter how much you exercise, it still matters what you put in your mouth. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty
true.
Interesting. Now, in the spirit of the heat coming up here over the next 4 or 5 days, I always find it interesting for people who don't like to drink water or don't want to drink water. Can you give a thumbnail sketch for what might be a recommended way to stay hydrated, especially if you're going to be outside running around and the kids are playing or whatnot? Mm-hmm. How many glasses of water a day, or what's realistic given your exertion level?
So it really is a great recommendation to have that 64 ounces of water, and it does get tricky because it's hard to get that in, especially if you're running around from here to there and you don't have time to stop. Getting these larger water bottles a lot of times helps people get in water more. And it's just a creative way. And sometimes people just need more of a creative way to get in water, but also flavored water. So you can get that carbonated water. It's still water. It doesn't have anything to it, as long as you get the ones that are not full of sugar. But you can buy those cans, those bottles at the grocery store, and those would be good alternatives. Or if you want a little bit of flavor, don't want to spend the money, you can make your own water at home. So just basically you take water, you can slice up some lemons, you could put some mint, some cucumbers. A lot of that stuff is going to help keep you hydrated too in the summertime. So usually it's just that flavor that people are wanting more of, and water is just a plain drink. So just spicing it up a little bit helps.
How about those that would retort with, well, I have 4 or 5 cups of water a day, or cups of coffee a day, so I'm fine, right?
Or diet drinks.
Yes. So anything that has caffeine in it, which diet drinks still have caffeine, so that's a good point, that will dehydrate you. So it's really, really important in the summertime, if you're having any coffee, especially your morning coffee, have a glass of water afterwards. It's going to definitely keep you hydrated, and especially this weekend and this coming up week. But keep in mind, do not count the water that you use to make your coffee towards your water.
Now I heard
intake.
you count it. Come on.
All right, I want to put my pharmacist hat on here for a second, too, and make a comment for those that take a diuretic or a water pill, and it's still important for you to drink water even though you're on a water pill. You know, your doctor's trying to help you control how much water you retain, but you can get dehydrated, so make sure you consume adequate water, too. And if you have questions, you can call us at the pharmacy, and we can try to help you with those. So in the spirit of healthy eating, before our first commercial break comes up here, how about you outline the way to maybe start your day off right? You know, I've always read that you shouldn't skip breakfast. What's a good plan for someone who works a normal daytime shift and they want to get up and have a healthy breakfast to start their day off right? And why is that a good idea?
I'm glad you mentioned that. Breakfast is probably one of the most crucial things that you could do, having breakfast in the morning. It jumpstarts your metabolism. Otherwise, that will allow you to gain weight skipping breakfast, because then you'll tend to eat more later on during the day. So some good breakfast options all depends on time. If you don't have time to make eggs, you can also keep in mind you can crack an egg into a mug and put it in the microwave. And that's a great way to get in your protein. But nowadays there's so many options. Even if you are running out the door, you can grab some good protein. So you can get maybe some whole wheat or whole grain toast or a bagel, put some cream cheese on it, something to get your metabolism up and going, but you want some protein and some carbohydrate. Even some fruit would be a really good option for breakfast. Smoothies nowadays are becoming so popular. So throwing in some maybe Greek yogurt, some milk, some fruit, and even spinach, carrots into your smoothie in the morning is going to be a great alternative to skipping breakfast.
Okay, first break is here. You're listening to Health Matters with the Medicine Center Pharmacy.
You're listening to Health Matters with the Medicine Center Pharmacy and your hosts, pharmacists Paul White and Brad White. Remember, you can get more information right now by visiting medshoprx.com. That's medshop.rx.com. We'll be back with more of Health Matters with the Medicine Center Pharmacy in just a moment.
Are you tired of spending time sorting your medication and filling a weekly or daily pill reminder? Hi, pharmacist Paul White for the Medicine Center Pharmacy. Whether you're a caregiver or you personally take multiple medications, our revolutionary new pill packet will change how you take medication forever. Instead of multiple pill bottles, you'll receive one easy dispensing box that contains all your medications in individual packets organized by date and time with instructions clearly labeled. It's simple, convenient, safe, and affordable. Call or stop by your local Medicine Center Pharmacy in Canton, Louisville, Minerva, or New Philadelphia and find out.
With a heart attack, every second counts. Every moment the blood supply to your heart is cut off or reduced leads to heart damage or death. Mercy Medical Center can stop a heart attack in record time. Mercy is the only hospital in the nation that can open a blocked artery right in the ER just minutes after arrival, saving lives and preventing further heart muscle damage. That's because Mercy's Emergency Chest Pain Center was America's first to achieve full accreditation and the first to install a fully functional cardiac catheterization lab just a few steps away from our ER doors. The average time in the U.S. from ER arrival to opening of a blocked heart artery is 64 minutes. At Mercy, thanks to our ER cath lab and the area's most experienced emergency heart care team, it's faster. We're capable of opening a blocked artery in as little as 5 minutes. If you have heart attack symptoms, get to Mercy. We can stop a heart attack in record time. To learn more, visit cantonmercy.org/heart.
Brighten your day with beautiful stained glass from Studio Arts and Glass. Let the sun shine in through a stunning beveled glass window that forms a rainbow on your walls. Commission a piece of art to cherish for years. All at Studio Arts and Glass on Apple Grove and 77 in North Canton. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6, or shop online at studioartsandglass.com. That's studioartsandglass.com.
Hi, Paul White from the Medicine Center Pharmacy, a locally owned Health Mart pharmacy. Thanks to Mercy Medical Center, we will offer free pulmonary screenings in our Canton and Louisville stores in July, along with our regular low-cost blood screenings. You can have your thyroid, lipid profile, cholesterol, glucose, A1C, and pulmonary screenings done in Canton on July 3rd and Louisville July 10th. For more information, call 330-454-8772. Come see us at your local Medicine Center Pharmacy, a Health Mart pharmacy, and caring for you and about you. Welcome back to Health Matters with the Medicine Center Pharmacy. Today we're talking about healthy eating and weight loss. Have a question, give us a call at 330-450-1480 or post your question on our live Facebook feed. So, it is easy to grab a popsicle or ice cream treat on a hot summer day. And ice cream always makes you feel cooler, right? Mm-hmm. Does it really?
It's all in your mind, right?
You got to eat it fast so it doesn't melt, and it gives your brain freeze.
Exactly.
That's it.
And cool treats you meant. Okay, and only had access to typical popsicles and ice, treats. Which is the best option?
So if you can get
not either one.
In moderation, right? Everything's okay in moderation. You can buy those popsicles that are 100% fruit juice. Those are going to be better options for you. You want things that are smaller in quantity. Now, there's that Halo Top ice cream that's out there. I don't know if either one of you have seen that in the grocery store. But it's a low-calorie ice cream, so you can buy it per pint, and it's usually 200s, 300s calories in that range per pint. Yeah. Now, not saying to eat the whole pint, but have your half-cup portion, and you're going to be cutting back on calories and fat with those options. So you can even make alternatives at home. As tedious as it may sound, it's really easy. You just get the molds from your store next to your house, and you blend up some fruit. You can even put some Greek yogurt in there. I've seen recipes for that. That's actually really filling because it's a true healthy snack. Because essentially it's just protein and healthy carbs.
I really like ice cream, okay? But I'll tell you, it bounces my blood sugar to the moon if it's, the real deal, okay? And I have tried some of those low-cal ice creams. And the ones I've tried so far kind of leave an aftertaste. And I may have chosen the wrong ones. I don't know. I haven't experimented with the whole showcase, But do you recommend some particular kind? I know we're not into recommending products here, but I'm really looking for a good ice cream.
Have you tried Halo Top by chance?
I think that might have been one of them. Okay.
If you go to the grocery store, just look around that section where the Halo Top is located, because you'll see they'll start to present more and more of the different brands out there.
I see. Okay.
But if you make your own, again, it only takes you maximum 10 minutes to blend everything up, wash it up, pour it into the molds, and you'll have it for how many days forward.
Sure. Okay. Interesting. So, the cool treats we just talked about, my sense on a popsicle is that they're full of sugar.
Typically, yes.
Yeah, at least I've never seen anything else in the showcase that's not.
Typically, yes.
Yeah, okay. So, can we freeze fruit smoothies in a popsicle-type mold? You know, the molds, molds everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can, and they're very inexpensive to buy those molds.
Right.
And usually, if you have kids at home, they love to help out with that.
Ooh, projects.
Yes.
There you go.
Summertime activities, right?
Well, I brought some home from the store yesterday. The grandchildren are known to come over every once in a while, you know, so I'm going to give it a whirl for them. So what ingredients should we stay away from in the smoothies to hide?
If you're making smoothies, you want to be careful with how much carb and sugar you're putting in there, because typically what people will do when they come and they meet with me and they tell me what they're consuming and they want to try to lose some weight is that they'll have maybe a banana, they'll have strawberries, they'll have other kinds of berries in there along with their milk and ice, and sometimes they even put sugar in there. It's a lot of carbohydrates, especially in the summertime. It's a lot of sugar. And so what you want to do is you want to break up that fruit with some vegetables. So spinach, carrots, anything like that, you want to try to break it up. So a good recipe would be 1 or 2 fruits, a handful of spinach, a handful of carrots, and then you do want some protein in there because you don't want it all sugar, all carbs. You want some protein to help sustain the fruit that's in there, because if you have the fruit by itself, it's going to work on your blood sugars. It's going to increase your blood sugars and decrease them just like a typical meal. It's not going to sustain it the long term. So adding in some protein, adding in some Greek yogurt, milk especially, those are going to help make it more of a full balanced meal and help keep you fuller for longer.
Okay, bottom of the hour, time for the news. You'll listen to Health Matters with the Medicine Center Pharmacy.
You're listening to Health Matters with the Medicine Center Pharmacy and your hosts, pharmacists Paul White and Brad White. Remember, you can get more information right now by visiting medshoprx.com. That's medshop.rx.com. We'll be back with more of Health Matters with the Medicine Center Pharmacy in just a moment.
The summer driving season's here, and it's the perfect time to shop the largest auto mall in Northeast Ohio with one click at Kempthorne.com. Mazda, Volkswagen, Volvo, Jaguar, Mercedes-Benz, and Sprinter, too. Something for everyone's price range. Kempthorne.com makes shopping easy, fun, and friendly. We also have a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, and less than stellar credit is never a problem. The Kempthorne family name's one you know and trust. Committed to our community for over 80 years. Shop Kempthorne.com.
We understand the one-size-fits-all approach doesn't always work. We do customized compounded medications based on your doctor's prescription to match your specific needs. Hi, I'm your pharmacist, Brad White, from the Medicine Center Pharmacy. Do you use or need customized compounded prescription medications because of allergies, special formulations, or need an easier way to take your medication that isn't available? Many physicians choose to prescribe a medication that is not commercially made and requires a pharmacy like ours with special equipment and training to prepare a capsule, suspension, cream, or tablet. Are you sensitive to lactose, dyes, or need a sugar-free suspension? The Medicine Center Pharmacy is here to help you. Every day we prepare custom medications for infants, adults, and pets in our PCAB accredited compounding lab. Call or stop by the Medicine Center Pharmacy today at 551 West High Avenue in New Philadelphia, where wellness begins.
Brighten your day with beautiful stained glass from Studio Arts and Glass. Let the sun shine in through a stunning beveled glass window that forms a rainbow on your walls. Commission a piece of art to cherish for years. All at Studio Arts and Glass on Apple Grove and 77 in North Canton. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6, or shop online at studioartsandglass.com. That's studioartsandglass.com.
When we hear the word pharmacy, we think prescriptions, right? Hi, Paul White for the Medicine Center Pharmacies in Stark and Tuscarawas counties. Of course we carry prescriptions, but our stores carry way more than that. We have a large selection of compression socks and hosiery. We carry Jopes, Trueform, Activa, and more. Low compression socks and hosiery are the everyday low price of $7.77. High compression socks and hosieries are $17.77. In-stock hosiery only. These prices are more than half off the regular price, and nobody can touch our prices. The Medicine Center Pharmacies in Canton, Louisville, Minerva, and New Philadelphia. You're listening to Health Matters with the Medicine Center Pharmacy. I'm your host and pharmacist, Paul White. Today we're talking about shedding or shredding unwanted pounds and healthy eating this summer. We've got a lot more to cover this morning, so let's get back to the show. I'd like to take a moment here to thank our listeners and customers for choosing Medicine Center Pharmacy as your favorite pharmacy in the Canton Repository's best of the best. Our staff is the heart of our business, and we are happy to know we are serving our customers and helping people stay healthy. So we're going to jump over and talk about Mercy Medical Center's healthy eating, weight loss, the whole deal. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Our whole program. So what we do at Mercy is we assist people with weight loss, whether they want to come in, meet one-on-one with one of us dietitians to help them lose weight, learn how to eat right. A lot of times we hear people that will call us up and they'll say, I want to come in and meet with you. I don't know how to eat. And I've struggled with that for years, for my whole life even. Or maybe they reached menopause and the weight just started adding on. So we help people with a variety of situations. We can do, again, that one-on-one nutrition counseling where they'll come in, they'll meet with us, we'll give them a meal plan or things to change, and then they'll follow up with us and see how that's working. Or we also have the OptiFast program, which is a medically monitored weight loss program to assist people in losing typically anywhere between, you can use the products to lose 10 pounds, you can lose 50 pounds. If you do the full program where you would be consuming about 5 meal replacements a day, you're going to be losing an average of 50 pounds in 12 weeks.
Wow.
So, question for you, for our listeners, and for me. How does a medically monitored weight loss program differ from some weight loss program you turn the TV on and see big fancy advertisements with superstars on it?
That's a good question, because those are really everywhere nowadays. There's a whole multitude of different options out there that you can do, and there's even ones that you can just read about and do on your own. So with the medically monitored ones, we have a certain number of carbs, certain number of protein, certain number of so much fiber in what we provide in our products to help you lose the maximum amount of weight. But at the same time, we're also educating you on the importance of eating healthy, not only while you're on the program, but after you finish the program in order to help you maintain that weight loss. I mean, that's key, because we may have all seen people who have done weight loss programs and then they lose the weight, they look great, they feel great, but then they go back to those old habits, and that's what brings the weight back on. So we do a lot of education. We teach education classes on different topics like portion control, stress management, because typically when we're stressed, that's what leads to the snacking of unhealthy things. We also talk about what to do when you're traveling and you have to eat out, because that's an easy way to add on. We talk about avoiding things like liquid calories, because those will add on so easily. If you have 2 20-ounce pops a day, over a week that's going to add on weight easily. That's easily going to add on a pound, 2 pounds, just depending on what else you're eating with it. So we do a lot of education, because that's going to be really the key to help you maintain. But we monitor your blood work, things like that, just to make sure that we're doing it safe and we're keeping you satisfied at the same time. And
is there a factor in there, too, to make sure that you're losing fat and not losing muscle tone and things of that nature also?
Yes. So if people don't have enough weight to lose, we typically don't have them do the program, because we're not going to spare their muscles. We're not going to do muscle wasting on them. So it's typically meant, so if you're going to do the full fast where you're going to consume all meal replacements, if you don't have 50 pounds to lose and still have a healthy body mass index, healthy BMI, it's not going to be a safe option.
So that's part of your program, to really evaluate their weight and their, it's not, they don't call it body density.
Percent body fat.
Index or something, I forget.
Yes, there's the BMI, the body mass index, and then we also take into account the percent body fat. So when they come in for an evaluation for the program, we determine their percent body fat using a machine, and then that'll tell us if it's realistic or not for them to do the program.
So, okay, what are the barriers here? What's the lowest? I've known people with 14, 15.
For the BMI?
Yeah, and I'm thinking, well, how'd you get there,
Yes. Yeah, so a healthy BMI goes up to 24.9. Okay. Now, above that, you have the range of overweight, and then you have the range of obesity, and then morbid obesity. Okay, typically people that will come into the OptiFast meal replacement program in order to do the full fast are going to be obese or morbidly obese because they have more weight to lose. They are 50 pounds plus over their target goal. So those are some guidelines that we use to help determine if somebody is going to qualify for that. Now, if nutrition counseling, if they want to come in and meet one-on-one to change their eating habits, they don't need to be obese or anything like that. They could be overweight and they just want to lose a few pounds to help them get into a normal range. Or they could be at the upper part of the normal range and want tips on how to tweak what they're eating a little bit in order to make it more healthy and get more nutrients in.
Are you hit with this incredible barrage of what I saw it on TV and they said it's good? We programmed through. Now we got the internet, of course, which is pounding on us every day about,
yes.
Oh, this is good, this is good. You can eat this and you'll be fine, and you won't gain any weight and da da. But how do you counter all that? I mean, it's bizarre what's out there.
It is. It's tough, and so we always tell people just to kind of think about it before you really try it. Okay, think about, is this something I can do long term? Is this something that's going to teach me these lifestyle changes to how to maintain the weight loss? Or is this something that is going to make me hangry almost? I mean, we've all heard that term.
I think the craziest thing I've seen on television is I lost 50 pounds on the burger diet. I'm eating burgers 3 times a day. How ridiculous.
Yes, keep that in mind. If it sounds too good to be true.
Oh, yeah, and I get one for my dog, too, when I go through the drive-thru window. Oh, yeah, my dog's overweight, too.
Yes. Yes.
Nuts.
Okay, so for people who want to lose weight, I'm guessing that the first step is really for them to make a personal commitment that they want to do it.
Yes, you have to be at the correct stage of change in your life. Otherwise, it's just going to be harder for you to really commit to it and be ready for it. So once you're ready, we're ready to help you.
What does maybe your first appointment or your first couple appointments or visits look like? So I make the commitment, I'm ready. Maybe I had a life-changing event or a loved one who has had some complications, and I've decided that, look, I've got to get my life together. Okay, what do you do for the first visit?
So typically people come in for an information session where we talk about the different options and then how much weight they have to lose. Okay, and this is a free session. They can come on in. We're there morning, afternoon, evening. So we just have them schedule an appointment. They can call us. They can even reach us on our website. So they can go to cantonmercy.org/weight loss, or they can call us at 330-588-4854.
And the program's in the hospital building. Is that right? Or?
It's in the building that's right behind the main parking deck.
Okay.
Mercy Hall.
Mercy Hall. Okay, gotcha.
You'll see DaVita Dialysis is right next to it.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's in that building. And we'll set up that initial appointment. Again, it's free. And we'll explain the different options, see how much weight they have to lose. And from there, we'll talk about what would fit their needs, their lifestyle as well.
All right, how about the big question? You mentioned it's a medically supervised program. Potentially, if they meet the qualifications, does insurance do anything?
Typically, insurance does not cover these weight loss programs, unfortunately. Now, there's an option where if you have an insurance company who will assist you with some of this, then what they'll do is they can submit their receipts to them, or if they have like a healthcare spending account that will cover the doctor's visits, the lab work, they can use that towards the payments.
And I guess you could play devil's advocate that if they work with you and follow your program and maybe they're using some medications for helping with disease state issues like high blood pressure and diabetes, there could be a chance that their copays over the long run could go down because they might be able to have some medication adjustments.
Correct. That is very true. We see that quite a lot, where they don't have to take as much medication for their blood pressure, their blood sugars, especially those diabetes medications. We've seen those cut tremendously. We've had people come off of those completely. So it's nice. It saves you healthcare dollars long term.
Okay, so you just got the attention of every person listening who has diabetes, and they're going to think, okay, we can come and do the OptiFast program and get off all my meds. So how about you talk to that and help people understand some expectations of what's possible?
Okay. So with the program, you're going to be losing weight. And I'm sure you've heard your doctor tell you that weight loss is going to be important for you to help decrease your medication. Now, sometimes you may be at the point where you may not be able to come off those medications. It all depends on how long you've had the disease for and so on and so forth. But we are giving you a certain amount of carbohydrates 5 times a day, for example. And so it's ideal. It's a great thing for your blood sugar, for your pancreas, because you're not doing these very large meals, having very large amounts of carbohydrate to where your pancreas is going to have to secrete all this insulin, or you're going to have to give yourself all this insulin, and then a few hours later you may be hungry again and you're going to do it all over again. So we have these products. They're about...
So in the OptiFast program, are there 2 programs? One for people with diabetes and people without?
It's the same thing.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
All the products are going to have the same amount of protein, carbs. It's all the same cost. Now we have shakes. We have ready to drink. We have shakes that you just prepare on your own, just powder.
Okay.
We have soups and we have bars. So we have a whole variety of items. So it's not technically just a liquid diet, because we get that question a lot. We have bars that they'll be able to chew and crunch on. That helps break it up as well.
I see. Different flavors?
Correct. Strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla are going to be the big ones.
Okay. I gotta have chocolate.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So, one of the things that concerns me is about fruit juices, is the high sugar content in them. Okay.
Correct.
And orange juice in particular, which I really love, okay, has a lot of sugar in it, okay. What's the game plan here?
Water it down.
Okay.
Okay, it may be an adjustment at first to your taste buds a little bit, but if you really want a glass of orange juice, maybe at first start pouring 3/4 of that glass orange juice and add the rest water. It helps with the acidity of it too.
Okay.
And if you want any of those fruit juices, look for things that are 100% fruit, 100% fruit juice, because
Okay.
you don't want all of those added
Flavoring agents.
What's the label on there that should make you wary? There's fruit. Is it fruit juice concentrate or what? There's something that screams higher sugar. Isn't there a label that they use? I don't want to put you on the spot, but I feel like I remember that it's 100% fruit juice, or there's something else, and the something else is...
It could probably say made from fruit, or made from fruit juice, or made with juice is typically going to be what you see.
Because I remember the last time you were with us, you told me about what was on the bottle for like the cranberry juices, and it was like the kiss of death, and I thought, man, I love cranberry juice. But anyway.
Well, you want to look also for that, any like syrups that they put in there. So look at the ingredient list, and you want to see those first ingredients. You want more of the fruits and not like the high fructose corn syrup.
Okay, very good.
Okay, if you went down the line of blueberries and blackberries and the berry group, is anyone more apt to have a lot of sugar in it than the others, or?
Typically, fruit is fruit, and it's going to have sugar in it. But you can get bigger serving sizes out of berries, for example, than compared to maybe some pineapple. Okay? Berries, you can do a whole cup. Pineapple, you can only do half of a cup. Okay? So it all depends on the quantity. So it's good to know those serving sizes to be able to tell. So if you come on in, meet with one of us dietitians, even just nutrition counseling, we can go over all those serving sizes.
Okay, if you go through the cooler in the grocery store, okay?
Yes.
And you're looking at the juices, okay? And you have orange juice, 50% less pulp, more water, all that stuff. What difference does the pulp make in calories? Anything?
It doesn't really, no.
Okay. Okay, you're listening to Health Matters with the Medicine Center Pharmacy.
You're listening to Health Matters with the Medicine Center Pharmacy and your hosts, pharmacists Paul White and Brad White. Remember, you can get more information right now by visiting medshoprx.com. That's medshop.rx.com. We'll be back with more of Health Matters with the Medicine Center Pharmacy in just a moment.
The warmer weather is here. Hi, this is Brad White from the Medicine Center Pharmacy. Perhaps you've gotten the urge to venture outside and clean up the garage or do some yard work, resulting in muscle aches and pains. If you have sore muscles or aching joints, you may want to consider a prescription pain-relieving cream available with a prescription at the Medicine Center Pharmacy. Our pharmacists can work with you and your physician to get topical pain creams that can be rubbed directly on the source, reducing inflammation and pain. Topical creams avoid troublesome side effects and dependency issues that can be caused by oral medications. The Medicine Center Pharmacy has an accredited compounding laboratory, and it is your source for custom medications. Custom compounded pain-relieving creams, available only at the Medicine Center Pharmacy, where wellness begins. Visit us at medshoprx.com for the pharmacy nearest you. That's medshoprx.com.
With a heart attack, every second counts. Every moment the blood supply to your heart is cut off or reduced leads to heart damage or death. Mercy Medical Center can stop a heart attack in record time. Mercy is the only hospital in the nation that can open a blocked artery right in the ER just minutes after arrival, saving lives and preventing further heart muscle damage. That's because Mercy's Emergency Chest Pain Center was America's first to achieve full accreditation and the first to install a fully functional cardiac catheterization lab just a few steps away from our ER doors. The average time in the U.S. from ER arrival to opening of a blocked heart artery is 64 minutes. At Mercy, thanks to our ER cath lab and the area's most experienced emergency heart care team, it's faster. We're capable of opening a blocked artery in as little as 5 minutes. If you have heart attack symptoms, get to Mercy. We can stop a heart attack in record time. To learn more, visit cantonmercy.org/heart.
Hi, Paul White from the Medicine Center Pharmacy, a locally owned Health Mart pharmacy. Thanks to Mercy Medical Center, we will offer free pulmonary screenings in our Canton and Louisville stores in July, along with our regular low-cost blood screenings. You can have your thyroid, lipid profile, cholesterol, glucose, A1C, and pulmonary screenings done in Canton on July 3rd and Louisville July 10th. For more information, call 330-454-8772. Come see us at your local Medicine Center Pharmacy, a Health Mart pharmacy and caring for you and about you. Welcome back to Health Matters with the Medicine Center Pharmacy. I'm your pharmacist, Paul White. We've been talking about healthy eating and tips for losing weight with the Mercy Weight Management Program. Let's get back to the last segment of the show.
Okay, we had some questions come in over the break, and it was in regards to your OptiFast program and what are the gluten and vegan-friendly options, or are there any?
We do. So we have our products that can be gluten-free and vegan-friendly. We have prepackaged entrees that I have not mentioned, and we have some vegan-friendly ones as well. And so those are a really big hit, not just people who are vegan, but everyone in general.
On the prepackaged, you have breakfast, lunch, dinner, or...
We have breakfast options, correct. Breakfast options, lunch, and dinner.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So in the spirit of OptiFast program, it sounds like since it's a medically supervised program, you can basically cater the program to any particular dietary need or medical condition.
Correct.
Is that fair? So if you have Crohn's or IBS or diabetes or no disease state, you have a solution.
You're a candidate.
Okay.
Yep.
So what, another question we had is, how do patients get in touch with you? So can you give your websites and phone numbers and best practice, and do you need a referral since it's a medically supervised program?
You do not need a referral, excuse me. That's a good question because we get that question a lot. You don't need a referral because we're not going through insurance. That's the biggest thing. But you can get a hold of us. You can call our office. We're there Monday through Thursday at 330-588-4854. And again, that's at Mercy. Or you can go to our website, which is cantonmercy.org/weight loss. And on the website, it has all of our different program options listed there. It also has a spot for you to request more information. So you'll put in your name, your email, or your phone number, however you want us to get in contact with you. And when we're back in the office, we'll reach out to you and explain the program even more detailed to you.
Okay.
Can you touch on maybe helping people find their why, who may be not taking their particular weight situation seriously? Like, what are some things, like, I know a stat that I've seen over the years that if you lose 10 pounds, it doesn't matter if you're 150 pounds or 350 pounds. I read if you lose 10 pounds, you reduce your cardiac risk by about 20%. Is that still accurate, or do you have anything else that you could throw out to the listeners to help them realize how much impact they can make just with a simple adjustment in their weight for their lifestyle and their weight?
You're correct. There are all those statistics out there that even just a small percentage of weight loss really does improve your health. And so let's say instead of 10%, we get you at 20% or 30%. Think about how much better your joints will feel. I always give people the example that if you lose just 10 pounds, that's 10 pounds off your joints. So that's you walking around the grocery store with a 5-pound sack of potato on your left arm and your right arm, and all of a sudden you just drop it. Now imagine
potatoes
how
are bad
good.
for you? Is that what you're saying?
No, in moderation they're great, right? Okay. But if you drop those
analogy.
2 5-pound sacks of potatoes and you start walking around the grocery store, think about how much lighter you'll feel and how much your joints will thank you, really, for that. And so 10 pounds, it's a great, great first goal. You get to 10 pounds and you feel good and you want to lose some more, go to 20 pounds. But all of that is going to improve your health tremendously.
Got to ask about Gatorade and all the
Yes.
And I heard a story about these guys, how they invented that, and they literally took human sweat and broke it down in the lab.
Did they?
Yes, and that's the inventor of the first. I think Gatorade was first, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Thereabouts, But those were the guys. That's what they did, and I thought that's really interesting. Drinking human sweat. So
they made the components that we lose.
But I've never been really in favor of those. Kind of like the taste of them, okay? But what about that in the summer months? We're sweating more and outside more. Are they better than water, or?
Usually if you're outside doing yard work or running after the kids, water's going to do you the best option, really. When you have the Gatorade, usually we reserve that more for the athletes who are truly, truly
You mean the stuff that gets dumped
sweat.
over their head? Is that
Exactly. That's how we want to use it.
What a waste.
We truly use those for the athletes because those are the ones that are really losing all of that sweat, and they need to replenish it, and they're in the heat. Now, if you're outside and you're running, you're going for a run around the neighborhood, or you're training for a 5K or a half marathon, any of that, those would be some good options at Gatorade. But they even have a better alternative called G2.
Okay.
So it's a low-calorie, low-sugar Gatorade. Because when you have Gatorade, it's going to replenish those electrolytes, but it's also going to give you a lot of extra sugar. So if you choose a healthier alternative like that, you're going to get replenished and not get that extra sugar.
Diet drinks, okay. I'm hearing that they increase your weight or craving, or accurate, or?
So there's all these studies coming out now showing that these diet beverages, actually people consume more of them because they're diet, and they end up gaining weight because somehow your body's not quite exactly sure the difference between how to process it, and the difference between maybe some of those sugar alternatives and true sugar, and so it'll start to process it as sugar.
Okay, very interesting. We're out of time, unfortunately.
Well, thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you very much, registered dietitians Serene Zawari Krisana.
Close enough.
Okay. For Mercy Medical Weight Loss Program, we'd like to thank our listeners. If you suspect you have a medical issue, please contact your healthcare provider. Thanks to our sponsors, Mercy Medical Center, Studio Arts and Glass, Kempthorne Motors, and, of course, our technical producer, J.D. DeAngelis. As always, we thank our listeners for joining us on Health Matters with the Medicine Center Pharmacy. We are a local Health Mart pharmacy, caring for you and about you. Have a healthy week. You ought to drink a lot of water this weekend, right?
Yes, stay hydrated.
It's going to be very hot this weekend, folks.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of Health Matters with the Medicine Center Pharmacy and your hosts, your pharmacists Paul White and Brad White. Remember, you can get more information right now at medshoprx.com. That's medshop.rx.com. Be sure to join us next Friday at this time for Health Matters with the Medicine Center Pharmacy. The preceding program was sponsored by the Medicine Center Pharmacies.